Hello everyone, welcome back to Relax History AI. From the blazing battlefields of Joan of Arc to the mysterious skies of Kepler, from the luminous art of Rembrandt to the primitive lenses of Leeuwenhoek. These were the people who wrote timeless chapters of human history. And then there are names like Alhazen, Isabella I, Rousseau, Babur, Francis Drake, each a landmark of intellect, discovery, and the ambition to transcend their era. Today, through the power of AI, they return, vivid and lifelike, as if you're standing face to face with history itself. Who do you want to meet next? Leave a comment below. Note: the images and audio in this video are not original footage, but have been recreated with AI based on reliable historical sources. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Number 1.
Joan of Arc, circa 1412-1431, a French peasant girl, claimed to hear voices from God and led the French army during the 100 Years' War. With unwavering faith and fierce determination, she helped lift the siege of Orléans and supported the coronation of Charles VII. Captured by the English and burned at the stake for heresy in 1431, Joan was later exonerated and canonized in 1920. She remains an eternal symbol of faith and bravery.
Number 2.
Isabella I of Castile, 1451-1504, the steadfast Catholic queen, married Ferdinand II, forming the Castile-Aragon Union that paved the way for Spanish unification. She completed the Reconquista, expelled the Jews, and established the Inquisition. In 1492, she funded Columbus's voyage, launching the Age of Exploration. Isabella reformed the state, strengthened the navy, and supported the arts. She died in 1504, leaving a legacy that shaped the Spanish Empire.
Number 3.
Antonie van Leeuwenhoek, 1632-1723, a Dutch merchant and self-taught scientist, is regarded as the father of microbiology. Starting as a draper, he crafted powerful single-lens microscopes. In 1674, he discovered microorganisms in pond water and was the first to describe red blood cells, sperm cells, and bacteria. Over 50 years, he sent 190 letters to the Royal Society. He died in 1723, leaving a legacy that opened the microscopic world and transformed medicine.
Number 4.
Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1712-1778, the Enlightenment's rebel philosopher, left a profound legacy in political thought, education, and literature. The Social Contract, written in 1762, exalted the general will and popular sovereignty, sparking the French Revolution. He denounced inequality, praised nature, and helped give rise to Romanticism. For his radical ideas, he faced fierce opposition and spent nearly 20 years in exile. Rousseau died in 1778, and in 1794, his remains were moved to the Pantheon, an eternal symbol of liberty and democracy.
Number 5.
Alhazen, circa 965–1040, born Ibn al-Haytham, was a brilliant Islamic scholar of the Abbasid Golden Age who laid the foundation for modern experimental science. In his Book of Optics, he refuted the Greek emission theory, proving that vision results from light reflecting into the eye. He designed the first camera obscura, studied refraction and optical aberrations, and emphasized observation and controlled experimentation. He died in 1040, leaving a legacy that profoundly influenced Kepler, Descartes, and Renaissance science.
Number 6.
Gustavus Adolphus, 1594–1632, King of Sweden, was known as the Lion of the North. He modernized the Swedish military and elevated Sweden to a major European power. A Protestant champion in the 30 Years' War, he won key victories through mobility, firepower, and tactical innovation. Gustavus was killed in battle at Lutzen in 1632. His military and political legacy shaped the balance of power in Europe and earned him lasting fame as a warrior king.
Number 7.
William III, 1650–1702, also known as William of Orange, was stadtholder of the Dutch Republic before becoming King of England, Scotland, and Ireland through the Glorious Revolution of 1688. With his wife, Mary II, he signed the Bill of Rights in 1689, ushering in the era of constitutional monarchy. A strategic rival of Louis XIV, he led the Grand Alliance to preserve Europe's balance of power. William died in battle in 1702, leaving a legacy that shaped Britain's parliamentary system and global role.
Number 8.
Tycho Brahe, 1546–1601, the eccentric Danish astronomer with a metal prosthetic nose, was the most precise celestial observer before the invention of the telescope. He discovered a supernova in 1572, built the Uraniborg Observatory on the island of Ven and recorded highly detailed planetary data. Though he followed neither Copernicus nor Ptolemy, his observations enabled Kepler to formulate the laws of elliptical orbits. Tycho died in 1601 in Prague, leaving a foundational legacy for modern astronomy.
Number 9.
Robert Hooke, 1635–1703, a key figure in England's scientific revolution, is best known for Micrographia, published in 1665, where he first described cells. He formulated Hooke's law of elasticity, improved the microscope, and helped rebuild London after the Great Fire of 1666, a fierce rival of Isaac Newton. Hooke contributed to physics, astronomy, biology, and architecture. He died in 1703, leaving a legacy of innovation and enduring controversy in the history of science.
Number 10.
Christiaan Huygens, 1629–1695, a brilliant Dutch mathematician, physicist, and astronomer, invented the pendulum clock in 1656 and discovered both the rings of Saturn and its largest moon, Titan. He proposed the wave theory of light, improved the microscope, and laid the foundations of statistical mechanics. His contributions helped shape modern physics. Huygens died in 1695, leaving behind a lasting legacy that advanced the scientific revolution and influenced generations of scientists.
Number 11.
Petrarch, 1304–1374, a renowned Italian poet, scholar, and humanist, is considered the father of Renaissance humanism. He revived classical ideals by collecting and restoring lost Latin manuscripts. His poetic work, Canzoniere, dedicated to his muse Laura, paved the way for European lyrical poetry. Petrarch championed reason, virtue, and inner beauty, laying the intellectual foundations for the cultural revival of the 14th century and shaping the course of Western thought.
Number 12.
Rembrandt van Rijn, 1606–1669, a Dutch master painter, was a genius of Baroque art and chiaroscuro. He revolutionized painting with emotional depth and bold light and shadow techniques in works like The Night Watch and The Anatomy Lesson of Dr. Tulp. Though he spent his final years in poverty, Rembrandt left behind an immortal artistic legacy that captured the essence of humanity and the spirit of his age.
Number 13.
Babur, 1483-1530, a descendant of Genghis Khan, and Timur was the founding emperor of the powerful Mughal Empire. Once an exiled prince in Central Asia, he marched into the Indian subcontinent and defeated the Delhi Sultanate at the Battle of Panipat in 1526. A brilliant military strategist, Babur was also a gifted poet, writer, and lover of the arts. He left behind the Baburnama and the legacy of a vibrant empire that shaped South Asian history and culture.
Number 14.
Mulla Sadra, 1571-1640, a great Persian philosopher, revolutionized Islamic thought with his doctrine of transcendent theosophy, or Hikmat al-Muta'aliyah. He integrated theology, metaphysics, and spiritual intuition into a system centered on the primacy of existence, or wujud. His magnum opus, The Four Journeys of the Soul, or Asfar al-Arba'ah, is considered a pinnacle of post-Avicennian Islamic philosophy. Mulla Sadra died in 1640, leaving a legacy that profoundly shaped Iranian philosophy and the intellectual tradition of the Islamic world.
Number 15.
Ahmad al-Mansur, 1549-1603, the illustrious Sultan of the Saudi dynasty, led Morocco into a golden age after his victory over the Portuguese at the Battle of Al-Kakar-Quibir in 1578. He secured regional dominance and expanded influence across the Sahel and the former Songhai Empire. A skilled diplomat and patron of the arts, he commissioned the Grand El Badi Palace in Marrakech. Ahmad al-Mansur died of plague in Fez in 1603, leaving a lasting legacy of power, culture, and Islamic leadership in North Africa.
Number 16.
John Cabot, around 1450, around 1499, an Italian explorer in the service of England, was the first European to explore North America since the Vikings. In 1497, aboard the Matthew, he landed in Newfoundland, now part of Canada, paving the way for England's claims in the New World. On a later voyage, in 1499, Cabot vanished without a trace, leaving behind a great maritime mystery and a legacy that marked the beginning of English exploration across the Atlantic.
Number 17.
Francis Drake, around 1540-1596, the famed English explorer, privateer, and admiral, was the second person to circumnavigate the globe from 1577 to 1580. In recognition of this feat, Queen Elizabeth I knighted him in 1581 aboard the Golden Hind. He played a crucial role in defeating the Spanish Armada in 1588, celebrated in England, but reviled in Spain. Drake died in 1596 during a campaign in the Caribbean, leaving behind a legacy tied to the rise of British naval power.
Number 18.
Johannes Kepler, 1571–1630, a German astronomer and mathematician, laid the foundation for modern celestial mechanics. He formulated the 3 laws of planetary motion, proving that planets orbit the Sun in elliptical paths, challenging ancient beliefs. Once the assistant of Tycho Brahe, Kepler combined careful observation with deep mathematical insight. He died in 1630, leaving behind a legacy that forever transformed humanity's view of the cosmos.
Number 19.
Joseph Nicéphore Niépce, 1765–1833, was a French inventor credited with creating the world's first photograph. A pioneer in photochemistry, he developed the heliography process, laying the groundwork for modern photography. His image view from the window at Le Gras, 1826, marked the dawn of visual recording. Niépce's legacy endures as the founding figure of one of humanity's greatest artistic and technological achievements.
Number 20.
Dorothea Dix, 1802–1887, was a pioneering American reformer in mental health care. Originally a teacher, she was shocked by the abuse of the mentally ill in prisons and began a lifelong campaign in 1841. She helped establish 32 mental hospitals across the United States and Europe, shifting treatment from punishment to compassion. During the Civil War, she served as superintendent of Union Army nurses. Dorothea Dix died in 1887, leaving a lasting humanitarian legacy in mental health and social reform. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.